The Beta Test stars Jim Cummings as Jordan, a married Hollywood agent who receives a mysterious letter for an anonymous sexual encounter and becomes ensnared in a sinister world of lying, infidelity, and digital data. Cummings also co-wrote and co-directed this film with PJ McCabe, who also appears in the film as a fellow agent and Jordan's best friend named PJ, and it just hit VOD in theaters over the weekend. I haven't seen Cummings' first film, Thunder Road, but his previous film, The Wolf of Snow Hollow, was one of my favorites of 2020 for its unique brand of horror comedy, and it put Cummings high on my radar for filmmakers to be on the lookout for, with this being one of my more eagerly anticipated films. While it's one part a paranoid erotic thriller in the vein of Eyes Wide Shut with this plot about a bizarre sexual encounter, it's also Cummings' way of satirizing the Hollywood industry. Cummings himself is extremely vocal on social media about his support of independent filmmaking, and he tries to uplift the voices of smaller names in the industry, while also clarifying some challenges with getting films off the ground. And this is the most extreme personification of those challenges, seeing him tackle head-on some of the most vile aspects of the business. He plays a character who is absolutely loathsome, pompous, and controlling, with a sense of entitlement that embodies all the traits of toxic masculinity, especially those of men in high positions of power, and he's used to highlight the cutthroat, grueling nature of the industry, fake laughing, grinning, and lying his way into deals, meetings, and simple conversations at parties, all while stepping over others. And we watch as his status of power, as well as his relationship, begin to crumble underneath him in this mystery of this anonymous sexual encounter, with his quest to find out who's behind it leading to some extreme paranoia. He begins hallucinating, mishearing things, and getting into nasty confrontations that repeatedly backfire on him, sometimes in satisfyingly funny ways given how terrible he can be. It's an ambitious film that further establishes how fresh Cummings' voice is, and how he's a much needed talent in the film industry, especially for the way he can craft engaging original stories in a time where people often complain how there's seemingly nothing original out there, which for the record is far from the truth. Now, I will admit, I didn't quite like this as much as The Wolf of Snow Hollow, as I do think the third act bites off a little more than it can chew, because Cummings and McCabe try bringing together the satirical elements with the relationship drama, but it doesn't come off as something completely cohesive to me. They don't feel quite as closely linked as you're led to believe, and while the third act isn't bad by any means, it does cause us to feel like it culminates in a series of totally separate thought patterns, some of which didn't feel like they came to a proper conclusion. I think if you're someone with a deep-seated knowledge of the industry going in, you may get a little more out of this, but for the more casual observer, I can see some people feeling a tad alienated by the finale. But still, The Beta Test is another darkly funny and intriguing entry in Jim Cummings' filmography. While its ambitions don't completely pay off and it can feel like too much of a niche film at times, it's still an engaging little thriller that only further cements how great of a talent Cummings is and puts him up there as one of my new favorite filmmakers. The Beta Test gets a 7.5 out of 10. So let me know, did you see The Beta Test, or are you planning to see it, and what were your thoughts? Was this as good as Cummings' other films for you? Are you looking forward to more from him? Let me know in the comments below so we can discuss. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please like it and share it, and for more movie reviews and film discussion, please make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay updated. Thanks for watching everyone, and keep having fun with film.